America's always been a nation of immigrants. When our grandparents first came to this country, they came looking for a new start in life. Well, little did Chuck Caputo know that years after his ancestors first came here from Sicily, he'd find his new lease on life from something they brought with them from the old country: pizza.
Oh, that's my mama's pizza. It's so good. I'll have a pizza tomorrow. Might be too late. We need the money. The bank can't wait.
Luckily for the bank and Chuck Caputo, he makes pizza better than he sings. But he didn't always make pizza.
Before I did this, I was a machinist for about 3 years. And before that, I was a house painter with my father-in-law for several years.
So all these years you're working all these other jobs, and the old world family recipe is lying there just waiting for somebody like you to pick it up and run with it.
My dad, who died 12 years ago, used to deliver bread for a local bakery here, and I used to be on the fringes of the restaurant business. And I always thought to myself, gee, that looks like that'd be a good business, although a little up and down. It wasn't until I started this business that my mom told me, you know, Chuck, Dad, my dad's name was Chuck also, Charles, your dad always wanted to do this too. So maybe it was my calling. I don't know if things actually work out that way, but if they do, it did for me.
Chuck's salvation is a Sicilian creation, thick crust rectangular pizza made from his grandmother's recipe.
She comes from a small town right outside of Palermo, right in the foothills of Mount Etna. It's a place called Termini Maresi in Sicily.
True Sicilian pizza is called favasa. Chuck usually doesn't make it that way because it's so alien to American tastes, but just for us, he'll make one according to the original recipe. It takes some crust to make favasa.
This is the most labor-intensive part of the whole business for what you get out of it. But of course, the crust is so important that it's worth it. Okay, then I go ahead and, at this point, I'll jam the pepperoni in the dough. I'll put a smidgen of anchovies in this too, although most people don't like them. Now on the Thatsa, olive oil plays a very large part, and I'll go ahead and baste this with my fingers. Okay, now I'll just put a small amount of this on the pizza, and I use about 1/6 as much sauce on this favazza as I would on my regular pizza, on the Americanized version. Now, one of the major differences of this pizza is the lack of whole cheese. Again, I deal with an Americanized version because I'd go out of business real fast if all I made was this. I use grated Romano, and I try to stay away from Parmesan because Romano has more flavor. And green onions, again, a little bit of olive oil. Okay, this pizza's ready to go into the oven, and I'll cook it for about 8 to 9 minutes.
Pizza has meant peace of mind for Chuck Caputo. In less than a year, he's gone from unemployment to being self-sufficient. All it took was a little ingenuity and an original recipe.
You know, anybody can make a regular pizza according to the norm, but we make a family pizza, and that's what we're here for, and we're going to keep it that way.
Well, here you go, folks. Hope you enjoy it.
And this is favasa.
This is favazza.
Well, let's give it a shot. Bellissimo.
I don't know about you, but I know what I'm having for dinner.
Well, looks like Kev needs help with that pizza.